Good morning. It's Jamie Breen here. It is March 4th, 2024, a new month, so that's pretty good. Started the month of March. Actually had, for the first time in maybe 15 years, the club pool was open on the 1st of March, so thanks for that. It's been interesting. I've been swimming since December at Dynamo, which is a really fine swim club. Um, Known for having I think had a kid from the team in the last three Olympics and a very strong masters group, strong triathlon group, and it's been great training with them. The coaches there are really good. And I may still do some training there as we go this summer. They've shifted the pool from the Masters swimming group is shifted from doing across the 50-meter pool, which is 25 yards wide, so short course swimming except for occasional Mondays, to all long course all the time, which would probably be good for me. But it also involves getting in the car and driving about 15 to 20 minutes, as opposed to the club, which involves getting out of bed and driving 1 minute. So it's an interesting quandary. The other nice thing about the club pool is I can get in the morning, as we did this morning, so I'm 4,300 yards this morning, or I can get in at lunch, or I can get in really pretty much whenever. The pool is open for lap swimming all the time. Well, between March and Memorial Day, when they open it for kids and partying and sunbathing and all that kind of stuff. But in the period from March till Memorial Day, and then the period from Labor Day until basically the end of November or Thanksgiving, the pool's always open for lap swimming, and it's really easy to get in. And there's days when it's absolutely glorious to go in at noon on a nice crisp Atlanta spring or fall day. Those days when not a cloud in the sky and you're swimming outside, and as nice as Dynamo is, it's really fun to swim outdoors. So that's kind of my quandary. I know that last week I rattled on about the diminished status of country club sports vis-a-vis what I'll call real sports, but boy, it's sure nice to there's a reason why we pay all this money for the goddamn country club. And so anyway, we'll see what happens there. Our coach, who we've had at the club for the last several years, who's really good, she'll join us I think on the 1st of April. So it was texts were flying around last night. Are you going to go swim in the morning? And I wrote a workout. Turns out many of the guys I'm swimming with at the club have not been swimming as much as I have this winter. So they told me what I could do with my workout. But it really was 4,300 yards, not too bad. We did started with a 400 swim, nice and easy. What I've been doing there in the 25-yard pool is, trying to keep the stroke count down. Start with 4.5 strokes the first length, then 5.5 strokes, then 6 strokes through the first 75, then 6.5 strokes. I do breathe into the turn, which I probably shouldn't do. But so I 6.5 strokes for the rest of the 400. Then did 200 backstroke, fairly easy. Moved there actually last week. I started this and I've continued this week. I'm doing 3 underwater kicks off the wall rather than just 2 underwater kicks off the wall, in an effort to work on my underwaters a little bit. And that's taken my stroke count down, from 13 strokes pretty consistently to 11 or 12 strokes on that 200 back. So that's good. Again, not going too fast there, just getting loose. Then do a 400 pull, a little bit of a higher rate of speed, and that puts me at 1,000 yards. And that's really, for me, and as I'm getting older, I'm finding that warming up is not as easy as it used to be. So, so 1,000-yard kind of pre-workout warm-up is really what that amounts to. Then I was going to do some stroke work today, some IM work. So the sort of the first set that I did 12 50s on a minute, and I did them drill down the first 25, drill down, and then swim back. And I did those in IM order. So the first one was butterfly, 3 strokes with my right arm, 3 strokes with my left arm. I did a long underwater there, and so by doing that, 3 strokes with my right arm, 3 strokes with my left arm, and I was at the wall. So, and then swam butterfly back for the first one. Then did backstroke drill, trying to work on rolling my shoulders, and then swim back. Breaststroke did the drill was a normal breaststroke with a dolphin kick at the end. I don't know whether that's a good drill or not, but that's always how I've drilled breaststroke. And then swim back, and then freestyle did catch-up drill down and freestyle swim back. So went through that 3 times, 12 50s, excuse me, to get a little bit of the feel for for changing strokes a little bit. So then that led me to the main set, and what I did in the main set was I basically did a 4-3-2-1, so 400. I paired it, so I did a 400 swim, actually a 400 pull, steady. Did it on 5:45 interval, which is 125 100 base. So 400 pull steady at 5:45. Then did 4 100 IMs on 145. Not the toughest interval, but I haven't been doing all that much IM work, so 4 100 IMs on 145. Took a minute to take a drink and put my equipment back on. Did a 300 pull, again steady. Did that on 4:15. So again holding that 125 100 base. The swims themselves, I was probably about 5:15 on the first 500, on the first 400, and 3:55 or so on the 300 pulling steady. But the interval was 5:45 for the 400 and 4:15 for the 300. Then did 3 100s on 130. Tried to have a faster back half than front half, so a little bit of a build concept there. And those were reasonably good. Then did 200 pull, a negative split, so faster the second 100 than the first 100. 2 100 strong then on 125 interval. I think I held those 113 on both, so that's a nice tough. And I'll talk a little bit about some of the interval times and some of the water being a little warmer than I'm used to. Then did 100 back easy, and did a fast 100. Fast for me today was 106. Which is not fast relative to what I used to be, but it's faster than some people. So that was kind of the main set. After that, I did 6 50s, all freestyle on 50 seconds, easy down, a little stronger back, and that's partly recovery, partly again to get the feel on the way back of trying to have some easy speed on the back end of that. Finished with 8 25s, 30 seconds, down easy freestyle, back hard IM orders. So first one was butterfly coming back, second one was backstroke, third. So, but just went through that once, so 8 25s, and swam 200, and that was it. So 4,300 yards. Again, sent that workout out last night to the other folks that were going to be joining me in the pool. I got in about 5:40. The other folks kind of showed up around between 6:30 and 7, and did their own thing. They haven't been swimming as much as me this winter, so I suspect in my time at the club I'll be likely doing a lot of workouts on my own, but that's okay. It is sort of a quandary, though. Do you continue with Dynamo? Dynamo is a little expensive, but not really prohibitively so. It's just I hate buying the membership and then only showing up a couple times a week, as opposed to getting in 4 or 5 times a week as I can do very easily at the club. But I do want to do some long course training, and it's funny. Last week, Friday was the first day in it at the club, and the water was I think 77, and it was really nice. Felt great. I was swimming fast, and that's an ideal temperature for me to be swimming, and pretty close to what it had been really at Dynamo all winter, except for 1 week where the heater just couldn't function very well. Then got in Saturday, did some stroke drill stuff. Water was probably 80, 81. And then this morning 83, so I think they want to get it to 84, and that's great for like the old aerobics ladies, but man, it is hot for trying to swim serious. So we'll see. The nice thing this time of year, when you get in the morning and it's even this morning was a warm morning for this time of year. It's probably 50, 55 degrees, but even then, if you're swimming in a warm pool, you can kind of reach up and that way, between sets and cool off. Using Liquid IV sugar-free as my drink in the water bottle. I've sort of come to that over the last 6-8 months. It's pretty good. I like the white peach flavor the best. So anyway, today really is I thought we'd get a little more granular on some of the swimming stuff. So talk about what's in the equipment bag, what's in the water bottle, all that kind of stuff. So the prior workouts, if you sort of, as I said, I did get in Saturday, do some stroke drill. I'm trying to relearn how to swim butterfly. Resurrect my horrible butterfly stroke, and I saw some drills online that are really trying to force you to keep your ass and your hips up, because the problem when you get tired swimming butterfly is your hips tend to drop, and that's when you get vertical, and swimming vertically is not a very good way to be swimming, particularly butterfly, which is quite difficult on your shoulders. So working on that, did some great drills, but that got me in on Saturday, which I haven't really been doing. So swam 2,300 yards on Saturday, sort of 4,500 at Ansley on Friday. Thursday was in the long course pool with a 4,200 meter workout at Dynamo. Wednesday went 4,700 yards at Dynamo. 4,500 on Monday. Strength training Tuesday, didn't swim. But so I got over the 20,000 yard mark last week for the first time, really since probably in 5 or 6 years. So that's a little over almost 12 miles swum last week, which is again, I'd like to build up probably by the end of this summer and into next fall. Like to be 20,000 being the rule, not the exception, and maybe even getting up toward 25 or 30,000 yards as we really need to start building in some distance training for ultimately hopefully the long swims that we're going to be doing next summer and the summer after. I have not heard back. Speaking of the long swims, I sent out missives to those boat captains that told me the 1st of March is when they start building their schedules for 2026. I'm a little concerned that I've not heard back. There's one particularly that I thought was going to come through for me, so hopefully I'm not stuck in their spam filter, so I'll have to reach out. I did successfully sign up for the Big Shoulders Swim, which is the week after Labor Day in Chicago, Lake Michigan. It's a 5K swim. It's loads of fun. It's a very easy sort of swim to sight, because your sighting points are like big buildings, skyscrapers, and Ferris wheel at Navy Pier. So it's stuff that's easy to see, and it's a fun swim to sight. Water could be a little cold, but that's I'm really hoping to do more cold water swimming anyway. So anyway, that's kind of the bit on the swimming sign up piece this week. Got a little travel this week. Actually headed up to the Milwaukee and the Chicago area. Milwaukee to see the group that I've been working with professionally as a money management company that I've been working with for the last several years, and then stop home in Chicago and Evanston and spend some time with my dad. Hopefully do a little swimming at Northwestern, which will be fun. Man, the Big Ten swim meet was this past weekend, the men's Big Ten swim meet, and Northwestern had some really good swims, and their two best swimmers sadly seem to have been injured and not in the meet, which is one guy was a fifth year senior and had been a great breaststroker and had actually been on the U.S. national team, and the other guy's a young kind of up and coming sprinter, and he was not swimming. But having said that, they had some really fast performances, and it's amazing. I just can't fathom how fast these guys are, how fast these guys at the well, even at the D3 level. I mean, it's insane. They're doing times that, I mean, a guy that's making the B final in the Division III NCAA meet is doing times that would have gotten him on the Olympic team when I was a swimmer. So it's really interesting to see. So anyway, this week again about kind of the quandary where I should be swimming, but it'll work itself out. Over 20,000 yards, which is good, and again, diet and sobriety seem to be fueling really good swimming. And it's funny. They said that I was going to lose all this weight, when I was doing the dry January. All these people that know about stuff like this, and I've lost a few pounds, but not really that much. Though I'm told I look thinner, so that's good, I guess. Anyway, maybe back to the music next week, but this week was really all about the swimming. So have a great week, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon.